All right, we're doing it. We're having fun. I got my coffee. We're chilling. We're hanging out. And we're gonna talk about some Pokemon.
All right.
Yeah.
I have probably the world's number one Pokemon collection inside this case.
Yay is right. This is another fantastic, extraordinary, incredible edition of Prized Possessions. So, how we doing? It's early. It's morning. Whenever you're watching this at home, I don't know. But for us right now, it's morning. So that's why we need some pick me up. I'm excited. I know both of you have a top five, and we're going to go through those together. We're going to talk a little bit about, the hobby itself, what is kind of the background that you both have, maybe a little bit about each other. So let me know, I guess, how long have you both been collecting cards? Has it been together as a couple? Has it been kind of a different journey? What does that look like?
Well, the couple part started about 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
That's when I started buying some again. Uh, just a little here and there to start a collection back up. Uh, Originally, though, I never really got into it in like the early 2000s. I had more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering card collection, and then I moved so much I lost most of it. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I think together this is probably the most collecting I've done. I've actually been putting binder collections together to try and get master sets. Uh, you've been collecting for quite a while though.
Yeah, and it's a little painful on my part. Living in the South, they're very religious down here. uh, I've been collecting since I was about 10 or 12, but that collection I don't have because I had a really thick stack going on whenever I was younger, and I put it in this box that I had when I got a poster off of eBay. I worked for my mom's friend. She's like, you can have any reward you want. I knew my parents weren't really into the Pokemon thing and everything. And so I said, I want this poster that has all the evolutions on it of the first gen. I had it in a box. I put the cards on top of it in that box and hid it. Well, my parents found it. And next thing I know, I go look for it, it's gone. And so I tried to collect again, and I had it in this little tin box that had, one of those little rinky dink um, locks on it. Just this, as a kid, you're like, oh yeah, that's secure. It wasn't. Next thing I know, that's busted open, and that collection's gone. So I was able to hold on to maybe a few cards here and there. I stopped collecting up until about whenever we started collecting together.
Yeah.
And so I've got a few cards from it, and I've got like one item that I was able to kind of stash away and say, "Oh no, this is something else. This isn't Pokemon." But the whole thing started whenever they got an email from some religious people saying that, oh, they're pocket monsters, they're evil, they're going to corrupt your kids, and mess like that. But yeah, so I've been in it for a while, and
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I can relate, right? I remember growing up, very similar. I'm not from the South, but very similar kind of approach, right? I remember my first card was a holographic Paris from Jungle Set, and my friend offered to trade me a Machop and a Machoke. And then, as trades go in the playground, you don't really know what you're trading for, but I thought two cards were better than one. But that was kind of the start and the end of my Pokemon collection. So I don't have anything from childhood. It was very much shut off as like you said, evolution and pocket monsters are evil, right? But it's Let's now fast forward. It's the year 2024 and the year of our Lord 2024. And here we are, better than ever, with a top 5 collection for both of you. So I'm curious, right? You both started collecting maybe in earnest about 5 years ago. What are your top 5? So maybe we'll go back and forth. I'm curious what it is as number 5. Who wants to go first?
I was going to go with ladies first.
Okay. I'd say starting at the bottom, at the 5th is gonna be my Keldeo card. Gorgeous art. I love it. It's got the aurora and then the water under him with reflecting the aurora, and I just absolutely love this card as far as the art goes.
Yeah, art's fantastic. I believe Keldeo is from Crowned Zenith, which is a super fun set to open. So I love that card. Keldeo is a very fun Pokemon too, in terms of the lore and the movies and things like that. So I agree with you. I think Keldeo, very solid top 5 choice.
To prove itself worthy.
Come on out, Kirim. My name is Keldeo, and I'm here to challenge you to a battle.
5 choice.
Yeah, I had to watch the movie just because Keldeo was in it. I'm all about unicorns and all that.
As I see behind you, the Galarian Rapidash. Yeah, I that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, she made that out of perler beads.
Nice. No, I love it. I love it. I love with Pokemon, it's more than just one part of a hobby, right? There's the collection part, obviously, but there's so much more you can do than just cards, right? There's the anime, there's art that you can make to kind of cement your favorites in something more than just a card. But Keldeo, very nice unicorn. Number 5, Keldeo. Love it.
I guess my number 5 is not really a card. Cards came in it, but I haven't had the chance to open an ETB yet. I have opened a UPC though, and of course it was the Charizard one. I was quite excited to get this one. We actually got it at a local bookstore. It's like a small business bookstore. They had some Pokemon stuff. They did like League Night with I think it was mostly Magic the Gathering. They did like Warhammer 40K stuff. Fortunately, they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Our town's the nice town that is full of old people
Yeah.
and doesn't want nice things.
They run out a lot of bookstores, sadly.
Yeah, I don't picture the elderly playing a lot of Warhammer 40K. But
he's not elderly either. He's vintage.
Vintage, yes, vintage, minty, vinty. Charizard UPC came with that amazing playmat, right, of the the Dynamax Charizard, because it was a Sword and Shield set. So a lot of nice packs in there. Evolving Skies, I think, was in there, and I want to say
it had like Silver Tempest. I think it had all except base.
Yep, that tracks.
Because I opened a lot, and I think it was 14 or 15 packs or something.
Yeah.
Which, that's not the only part that I'm using either. Like the play mats, my mouse pad and keyboard mat.
Yep.
The 3 boxes, I have bulk sorted in it for
right.
Reminders where the dice and stuff are. But they're
Nice.
down problem.
Yeah. I mean, I think just the collection piece of having the UPC. I've never opened a Charizard UPC. I'm on the lookout for getting one for cheap. But I've opened 151 UPC. I'm more really trying to drive that 151 master set myself. So I've done that, right? I have the Mew playmat, but I just love those big kind of collection boxes, right? You get a lot in it, and to your point, I mean, you're using it every day. You got that Zard mouse pad, and you're using it. I love that. So number 5, UPC box. Number 5, Caldio. I wanna keep going. What's number 4?
That would be her.
She's right there on display.
Yeah. Massive. I had every time I thought I had enough of the plastic things that you have to hold your beads, I was like, I didn't. So I had to go out and get more. And every time I thought I had enough of one color, I was like, no, ran out, gotta go get it. But it was a big project. But it was a project I love. I love Galarian Rapidash. My favorite's been Rapidash from the beginning. Yep. And then when they came out with this form, I was a My Little Pony fan. So I was like, this is a lot of a mix of her and My Little Pony. Oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah. So I would like them if they could do a mega form and she has wings. That'd be great. But yeah, I'll take this for sure.
Yeah, from unicorn to alicorn, right? Getting the wings, getting the horn. How long roughly did it take work hours, right? Because I know there's a lot of, well, I don't have this specific color, I need to go get back. That time can't count. Yes. Work hours, about how long did it take you to put it together?
I think it took about a month because I have a full-time job, but it might have taken about maybe a week.
Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
As far as the hours itself.
That's nice. I mean,
because getting it, the whole part whenever I was ironing it, I didn't know about the I had to look up the tape trick.
Yeah. And
so it was hard because there were some parts that didn't come off the board, and then I had to put those back in and iron it. And yeah, I actually found a cross stitch of it and copied the cross stitch, so that's why it's so big.
Yeah. I mean, it looks, like you said, it's on display. It looks great. You can clearly tell that it's, the sprite or the cross stitch of a Galarian Rapidash. And fingers crossed for Legend ZA that maybe we'll see a mega evolution. That'd be nice. So we got Unicorn number 5, Unicorn number 4. We got a dragon number 5. Well, I guess not a dragon, a lizard with wings. Number 5. What is number 4?
So it's not another box.
Okay.
Kind of. You could probably call it a box, but it's a graded card by Card Market Grading.
Okay.
I actually won this in a giveaway probably 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. I didn't even know I won it until I thought it was just a card, because normally with giveaways it's just a Pokemon or maybe a pack. But he's like, hey, you won this slab. It's like, really? And it's not only my first slab, but it's still my only one.
Yeah.
I plan on getting more. Not entirely sure when. But it's a Galarian Cursola. It got a 8.5, which I thought was weird because I know PSA uses whole numbers.
Right.
But besides it being my only slab, it's kind of sentimental because the guy I won it from, his channel was a real small channel for quite a while, and then just continuous supporting from a bunch of us. His Instagram kind of blew up some, and his channel blew up some. He's been able to actually open a merch store because he's becoming fairly popular. I don't know if I even have any cards. Yeah, was it the Shining Fates?
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like a baby shiny. I believe it's shining shiny fates or shining fates rather than hidden fates. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Do you want to shout out the channel you want it from? We'll make sure to link in the description below too.
Yeah. It's I don't know if you've heard of Pokedrama or not, but he posts probably 4, maybe 5 videos a week.
So we're down to top 3. We have unicorns, we have a slab, and a UPC box. What is number 3?
For this one, this is one of the few things that I did save from my childhood. At one point, golly, I want to say this was in the 90s. They had bouncy balls with Pokemon in the middle of them. And this one has a Vaporeon. And I just, for some reason, I was fascinated with bouncy balls too. So I would collect it and be like, hey, this isn't really a Pokemon, it's a bouncy ball. I had to talk my parents into it. But yeah, I've just kept this all throughout the years. Never really used it, just kept it to look at and everything. And it's held up pretty well. I'm able to save it. Sentimental, I was able to save it from the 90s. It's great.
They definitely do not make toys like they used to in the 90s. The golden era of toys has definitely passed. Bouncy ball with Vaporeon. I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, it came from one of those machines you put a quarter in and you twist it. No, it did not.
It was on the shelves. It was on the shelves of the stores, and I just saw it and I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. And it is lasted this long. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice. Do you have a bouncy ball as your number 3? I'm assuming yes, you do, and you're gonna pull out a bouncy ball.
That'd be hilarious. But no, I used to destroy bouncy balls as a kid.
Sure.
But no, mine is surprise. It's a card. This one is from Lost Origin.
Okay.
It's the most expensive card I have that I know of. It's the Giratina V.
Wow. Yes.
So much glare. That's more.
Just hold it closer.
And this is the secret illustration rare from Lost Origin. I believe, last I checked, this is the most expensive card in the set.
Yeah, when I looked it up, actually a month ago when I found it, that I had it, because last Christmas we both bought each other the big hitter box from Sam's. Yep. That's exactly where I pulled it from.
Looks like there's gonna be a Christmas after all. Thank you, Pikachu. You and all your friends. Now Statler and I have some presents to deliver. Let's go.
So I looked it up and it was like 400 something bucks. I was like, I didn't even know I had this card. Huh.
Surprise. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas in May, I guess. Maybe June.
That works. That definitely works. It is gorgeous art I have as your number 3. Two left. We're at top 2. All right, number 2. What do we got?
Okay, no surprise here, but it's another unicorn. I came home one day and he tells me, he's like, I got something. It's more a sentimental thing. He's like, I got something in the mail. Got a surprise for you. I'm like, what? So I go to open it, and he not only had shiny Rapidash, but he had shiny Ponyta, and there was another Rapidash card in it. And I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, I was so happy about it. Really happy about it. Yeah.
Number 2, of course, a unicorn. It's been trickier to figure out. I've seen Zard, right? I've seen baby shinies. I'm curious though, what is your number 2?
So my number 2, it's more the sentimental thing. So I've got a portfolio binder.
Yeah.
I actually saw a couple people do this, but it has mostly like the signed energies and stuff from either giveaways or like this one I think is a store purchase from Fam Rips. But I got signed cards from Ellipsis and his wife, Viper's Treasure, more of the Poke Dramas. I actually won a few of his giveaways. But this one I hope to fill up with more signed energies and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's a cool part of the hobby, but as well as the community, right? You get a piece of the creator, right? The signature, the sign energy. And I love what you're doing with it, collecting them all, in that portfolio. I think we have come to the grand finale. Number 1. I am curious. I'm pausing for dramatic effect. Maybe we'll put in a drum roll or something. What is the number 1 prize possession? Go.
So our number 1 is actually the same.
Okay.
Possessing the ability to open Pokemon cards and collect cards with each other. For me, I never really had anybody to do stuff with like this. Maybe my little brother with Yu-Gi-Oh! And a little Magic, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And just being able to share a hobby like this is, to me, one of the great things about being in a relationship with her. Being able to actually share hobbies is one of the greater things I've been able to enjoy.
Absolutely. No, and I first and foremost appreciate you both letting me sit down with you, have a cup of coffee, chill, chat about the hobby. This is what I enjoy doing, right? This isn't necessarily a top 5 list for me, but I would say this is pretty close to number 1, is just hanging out, having fun, chatting about some Pokemons. So again, thank you so much for the time. Top 5 lists. Thank you so much. Any last parting words before we wrap it up?
If you want to see more of us, he's got his YouTube, Gaming is Tank, and then I've got mine as Cruvanya. It's Cruvanya, and I am also on Twitch. I try to stream weekdays every night, anytime between 9 and 10, and I'll get on and I'll do some gaming, and you'll get to see me run away from wolves and get scared by follower notifications. So
Awesome. No, and definitely we'll make sure the links are in the description, wherever that might be. And again, appreciate the time. Awesome top 5 prize possessions. Until the next time, take it easy.
Later.